Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share 3 types of foods, or 3 categories, if you will, of foods that will help with fibroid symptoms. You probably have already heard that really if you have almost any kind of condition or just in general, just to lead a healthier lifestyle, you should be consuming anti-inflammatory foods or an anti-inflammatory diet. While this is absolutely true, I feel like just telling people that is kind of vague. And also, there are a lot of foods out there that help to fight inflammation. So I wanted to use this video to get a bit more specific, and even more so a bit more specific for people with fibroids. I'm just gonna jump right into this list. Now, before I jump into this video, I do want to give my disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional. This video is not medical advice. I'm simply sharing with you my experience and what I have done that has worked really well. So the first food that I consume a lot of, or the food category that I consume a lot of, is going to be antioxidant-rich foods. Now, these are going to be things like berries, all sorts of fruits and vegetables, but really your colorful fruits and vegetables. You really want to make your plate as colorful as you possibly can. I know some people even have kind of this trick or rule where they try to eat a certain amount of colors at every meal. I want to say it's like 4 different colors at every meal. I can't say that I particularly do that, but I do try to get these antioxidant rich foods into my diet, and it's going to help you get more micronutrients, more vitamins, and just really pack that punch when it comes to nourishing your body. Now, specifically for people with fibroids, blueberries have actually been shown to help inhibit fibroid tumor growth. And hopefully I can remember to put a link to that study in this video. So go crazy on the blueberries, specifically wild blueberries. Now, if you're like me and you live in some of the more southern states, I don't think you can really get wild blueberries fresh, so you have to get them frozen. But go ahead, load up on those. Another antioxidant is resveratrol, which is found in grapes, and that is another antioxidant that is going to be really good for inhibiting tumor growth. The next category I think that is really important for people with fibroids, and I would even go so far as to say people with gut health issues, is foods that are easier to digest. This category is going to be a bit more individual because some people can digest some things more easily than others. Personally, I don't eat a very high grain diet because I find that my body just does not like it. I have a harder time digesting some types of grains, and sometimes beans, if they haven't been soaked properly or soaked for long enough, or I'll have to stick with canned beans. But I'm very careful about the certain types of foods that I do consume that are not easy to digest for me. Now, one thing that you can do if you're like me and there are certain foods that just don't work well with your digestive system is you can take a digestive enzyme with those foods. And so that's what I'll do sometimes if I'm eating a carbier meal, or if I go out to eat, I'll take some digestive enzymes with me to make it a little bit easier. But just in general, I really try to avoid foods that I know will not work well with me. So again, for someone like me, I've noticed that certain types of grains are an issue for me. Or beans, make certain types of rices that haven't been prepared properly. Those are an issue for me. I cannot eat almonds, which is so sad because that's one of my favorite things to eat, but I have issues with almonds, so I don't consume those anymore. And I don't do tons of nuts. I still can do some seeds, but some people cannot do seeds. Another problematic category is going to be gums and thickeners. And these are typically found in stuff like packaged foods. You'll see them a lot in non-dairy milks. A lot of, especially shelf-stable non-dairy milks tend to have gums and thickeners. So that's something to be mindful of, because I know some people think that those things are healthier for you. And I wouldn't necessarily say that they're not healthier. It just depends on you as a person, but just be mindful that a lot of those products do have these ingredients in them. One really easy or simple way to kind of figure out what foods might be causing you issues is to start a food diary or a food journal. I know it might be a little bit of work or a lot of work to track your food for a month or two, but honestly, I feel like it's the best and the easiest and least expensive way to find out which foods are a problem for you. Of course, you can always go do some testing with a GI doctor and see what foods are problematic or maybe you have an intolerance for, but the simplest way to do it, or the least expensive way to do it, is just to keep a food diary and note when you have certain issues. Like maybe you are very sluggish after eating certain things, you have a lot of bloating, gas, even an upset stomach, maybe changes in your stool. Those are some things to note to see which foods might be problematic for you. My third category of foods you should be eating or consuming if you have fibroids is spices that are warming, or warming spices. And so that's going to be your things like ginger, turmeric, even cinnamon. I like to add all three of those to any meal that it makes sense to add them to. And that's just going to help you with circulation. It's going to help warm the body, get things flowing. Also, all three of those things that I just named are anti-inflammatory. And cinnamon has also been shown to have blood sugar balancing properties, which is going to be really good for your hormone balance and good health. And also, turmeric and ginger have been shown again to inhibit fibroid or tumor growth. And so, again, I'll try to remember to link those and those studies about those in the description. But adding these to your diet can be super helpful for fibroid symptoms and fibroid growth. Now, if you are ready to get started on cleaning up your diet, eating a healthier diet, I actually have a done for you meal plan that incorporates these foods, incorporates all of your anti-inflammatory foods. I'll add that in the description, and it includes your 28-day meal plan, recipes, and even a grocery list and a shopping guide to make the whole thing easier for you to get started. Like I said, I will include that down in the description. And if you found this video helpful, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if these are things that you're already doing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.